are live. Welcome to Glamma's Closet, guys. Hi everyone. It is Glamma, and I am about 10 hours late. 10 hours late for brunch. A little bit, a little late. I've had some cancellations lately, and wow, I have let you down 2 weeks in a row, for which I do apologize. I apologize. It was rude. And it's certainly it wasn't my intention, but it did happen, and so for that I owe you an apology, and I truly do apologize. I'm very sorry. Hey, oh my God, Red Arrow, Regina, what's up, baby girl? Mwah! And Bama. Oh my God, what's up, John? I hope you and the family are doing great, and your wrestler. I hope he's doing fantastic. And yeah, here's what's going on. Here's what's going on. Brenda, oh my God, tackle hugs, Brenda. Mwah, hello, sweetheart. It is good to see you. And again, I really do owe you an apology for last week and this week, and I apologize. Last week, I truly did have a migraine, and I get them in clusters. And this is kind of how May goes, and sometimes September or October, where I get overscheduled, let's say. For someone with my sensitivities, I'm not going to say mental health or whatever, because those things are way overused right now. But with someone with my sensitivities, let's say, it's very, very easy for me to get overwhelmed. And it just so happens that I tend to, for whatever reason, I go through this high thing where I know I can tackle every single thing, and I fill up my calendar to the point of bursting. And then I hit the low towards the end of fulfilling all of my obligations or all of my things on the calendar. And when I hit that low, it is the lowest of lows. It's really, really, hi Perla, how you doing? Mwah. It's really, really, I get, this is how I deal with stress. First of all, I end up with usually a stress headache, starts on the left side of my head, kind of creeps up into my head, and I end up with a migraine, and sometimes cluster migraines, where it's just, just when one goes away, you get another one. I mean, it's crazy. So I let myself get tensed up, and really, I also start developing like unhealthy habits, like, little things like not taking care of myself and getting my nails done, or not, doing my hair, or going 3 days without a shower because I work from home, or it's just little things like that. But I notice them. I've gotten better about noticing them. So I notice this sort of stuff about myself when I get overwhelmed. And this month has been very overwhelming. We had my son's graduation from college, and then the following week we had the family, dinner/party to celebrate that. Because of the tornado situation and the horrible storms, and St. Louis has been hit by tornado after tornado after tornado this season, more so than we have in a long time. Yes, like eating too much potato salad. I also overeat. Yeah, I just don't take care of myself. So my husband has spent the past 9 days working 17-hour shifts at a job where his truck is parked a half an hour from the house. So because he works for a utility company. Hey, Land Shark, go back to sleep. So he works for a utility company. So he works about half an hour from the house, which means that he has a half an hour to get home. Once he gets home, he's allowed to, he has enough time to take a shower, greet me, greet the dogs, drink some water, and go to bed. and he'll sleep for anywhere from 4 to 5 hours and then get back up and go back to work and do it again. So I get to see, it's very lonely. I get to see my husband for about 10 to 15 minutes in total per day. And after about 9 days of that, it sort of messes with you. You know what I mean? I'm like, whoa, echo. I also have, my grandkids are, daycare is changing, school is changing. It's out for the summer, all of this. So I have a lot more grandchild activity. And I love my grandkids more than anything in the world I do. But one of them is a toddler, and it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. I've forgotten how much work it is. Yes, Land Shark, it's like that. Yeah, he's not exactly a lineman, but he's not exactly not. And it's the electricity company, and they had 194,000 homes out of power. And they've gotten it down to 5,000, but they're still working, and they're still doing infrastructure stuff too, to make sure that the next tornado doesn't happen, and yada, yada. So it has been, and I've had like 4 auctions in the past month. And I had one of my children had a birthday, and I had Mother's Day. And I had my nephew had a birthday, and I also have a brand new puppy that is, not brand new, but she's new enough, and she's figured out how to poop outside but not pee outside. And so that's driving me nuts. And plus she chews on everything that's slower than her, which is pretty much everything. It's just been like one of those things where it's just a big ball of chaos. And my answer to that is to, with my husband's schedule too, I can only see him at like 11 at night for 11:30 at night for a few minutes, and then 5 o'clock in the morning for a few minutes. So I've been keeping some very, very strange hours. I've been up all night, doing all of my work at night, and I've been sleeping a lot during the day. And when I get a moment to myself, I do, like, the way that I spoil myself is just eat a big dinner and go take a nap. And sometimes those naps are, 4 to 5 hours long, which is how I know I'm getting overwhelmed and not taking care of myself and all of that stuff. It is a cluster F. Yes, Brenda, you are exactly right. So there's been a really big cluster F. So this is what's going on. It's not an excuse for me not fulfilling the timeline that I said I would, but it's what's going on. Ashley, hello. Mwah. Hi, gorgeous. So that's what's going on. That's what's going on. So this is my version of Sunday brunch. It is late at night, but I'm not scheduling one for next weekend. I feel like I need. Hey, Swampy. I feel like going forward, I feel like I need to, hey, Dodo. Mwah. I feel like I need to sort of take some time and figure out what I'm going to do. I need some time to enjoy my summer. And, hey, Randy. Hi. How you doing, baby? Mwah. I need some time to enjoy my summer. I am, when I get overwhelmed like this, I need to make sure that I am medicated correctly. I'm medicated for your protection, says the t-shirt, but I do need to make sure that I'm medicated correctly, so that I don't, lose my shit. I also need to make sure, he doesn't normally, Ashley, he's with the power company. And here's the thing, we've had all these tornadoes and stuff, right? For over the past month, it has been horrendous. Every week in St. Louis, there's some new natural disaster. We literally had one weekend where we had 5 tornadoes hit St. Louis at the exact same time. And when I say St. Louis, I mean St. Louis and the surrounding, areas. One of which was like literally by my house, like my backyard was absolutely, we're directly in tornado. We are right in the middle of Tornado Alley in St. Louis, Missouri. So And in all parts of Missouri, really. So yeah, Randy probably has been dealing with the same type of weather situations, and other Missouri residents. So it's been just absolutely crazy. So he has to work when they do mandatory 17s. That means that you have to work a 17-hour shift. They had 196,000, 194,000 people out of power. And these are not like individual people; these are households out of power. Not to mention the millions of dollars in business that are being lost. So he's been working 17-hour shifts, and today is day 9 of him working 17-hour shifts, and he's still got 2 more to go before he gets a day off. So he'll be working 11 17-hour shifts before he gets a day off, which is crazy. And I get to see him for maybe 15 to 20 minutes in total per day. Actually, storms either go above me or under me. When they go under me, they hit you. My God, Randy, quit sending them my way, okay? He is getting a little too old for all that. But the thing is that once these guys get into this 17-hour emergency mode situation, they sort of blossom under that thing, right? They now they're all wearing Superman capes. No matter where they show up, they're people are very happy to see them. And so they're doing the right thing for the right people, and the company, the company's very good to them. They feed them, they provide snacks, they provide pretty much anything these guys could want. I'm surprised they don't send them strippers or something, but don't mean to. I scare the tornadoes away. I like that. Magic Randy, I need you at my house. So the guys, Glampaw's doing okay. Hey, Deborah, did you get hit by any of those tornadoes that have been coming through? We just got, just slammed after slammed after slammed. It's been nuts. It's been nuts. And some of them have come dangerously close to my house. And when I say dangerously close, I mean like hail the size of golf balls hitting the back of my house, me in a bathroom with the dog, in an interior bathroom with the dog cowering. You got hit in July. I remember that. Deborah, I remember that. That was nasty too. That was gnarly. Ashley, hello. All the Ashleys in the house. So it's been nuts, just nuts. I mean, the month of April and specifically the month of May, was absolutely crazy for me. Every single thing that could happen all at once happened. And then we've got, we turned in our taxes, and now the guy had like 1,000 questions, and we're just now getting them signed, and had to file for extensions and all sorts of stuff. And there was, it's just one thing after another, after another, after another. So when you get a little punch drunk, you ever get a little punch drunk by life? You're like, damn, quit hitting me. Hey, Teresa. Hi, baby. So we get a little punch drunk, right? We're like, oh man, I've been hit so much. I feel concussed. And my way of escaping is to, stay up all night when it's actually kind of quiet and the dogs are sleeping, and, the grandbabies, if they're staying the night, they're sleeping, and they do stay the night a lot this time of year. And they get, and I finally have some time for me. And usually that's when I'll like doom scroll or watch something on YouTube to escape. And then I will eat my weight in food, and cook something else that's fattening and eat that. And then go to bed, and then like go lay down to sleep. So I'm up all night, sleeping all day. Long story short, this has really screwed up my schedule. And if you're on specific medications for stuff, it kind of screws with that too. Throwing off your sleep schedule is a very, very bad thing. So that's what's been going on. I'm not like, having a breakdown. I'm not ill. There's nothing. My God, this was a really smoky cigarette. I'm not really, I'm not bad. I'm just like curled in the fetal position, hopefully sucking on a bottle of vodka. That's a joke. No, I'm joking. So I just, I'm living on coffee and water, and then any food that has fat in it. I have like a jumbo, literally, I have the second half of a jumbo honey bun on my desk. There's been brownies on my desk all week. I made some brownies and I ate most of them. I had barbecue. I barbecued chicken and ribs and hamburgers, and I've been eating that. I made a giant bowl of potato salad, and about half of it's gone, and that's almost 90% me. I made deviled eggs, mostly me. I made God, I made corn on the cob, like really sweet corn on the cob, mostly me. It's been like that, right? So I'm eating like a like a lot. Ashley, you had a tornado warning on Tuesday? Wait a minute. Ashley, are you in Illinois? Why am I thinking you're in Illinois and the other Ashley is in Wisconsin? Have I got that correct? It's been a long weekend and the senior daycare center is closed oh no. Oh. Almost as if I were pregnant. Well, I look pregnant. I look pregnant. I got a big old belly. I usually go belly first. That's how I'm built. I'm belly. Hey Susie, how you doing? Mwah. So the good news is that things are finally starting to hit into calm waters, and by this week, this Friday is my last Friday in a row with the toddler, and then I'll have her like every other weekend, and that's usually easier on me. And again, she's 2, so she's got y'all know what happens to people when they turn 2. Wait, where is it? You've been drowning yourself in salted caramel filled marshmallows. That sounds so freaking good. Where do you find those? Did you get those at Schnucks, Deb? Storms have been relentless. It's been crazy. You're in it too, Teresa? You're in Illinois? Yeah. And the storms have just been nuts. Pennsylvania. And no, I'm not knocked up. I'm a little old for that. And if I started growing something in my belly, I would think that it was either fat or a tumor. I wouldn't. I'd be like, either I have like stomach cancer or I'm something weird fat. Sugar free what? Mm-mm. Colleen sells them. I'm gonna have to chase her down. Because Teresa, that sounds like the kind of thing that I could put on a graham cracker in the microwave. See what I mean? This snacking thing has just gotten out of control. I've just been so crazy with it. Yeah, Deborah, right? I was trying to yeah. I would grow a coffee bean. It'd be like a giant coffee plant. I wouldn't be mad about that. I'd be grounding my own coffee, literally. I'm usually sugar-free, but not lately. Yeah, Deborah, I am feeling that. Hey, Kathy Wood, there you are. I see you. I see you right there. Mwah. I try to catch people while they're coming in, but sometimes I miss it. They have chocolate-filled marshmallows too. Shut the front door. Okay, Deborah, Teresa, y'all are killing me. Because those sound perfect for s'mores. And then like my granddaughter, my older granddaughter, who is a tween now, and she's absolutely beautiful, which scares me to death. But she was asking me about Dubai chocolate. She's like, "Have you tried Dubai chocolate?" I'm like, "No, have you?" And she's like, "No, but we need to try some." I'm like, "Okay." So now I need to order like a $30 chocolate bar from Amazon so we can try it out this summer, because now I'm curious too. Dubai chocolate. Somebody let me know if they sell that at Aldi's now, because I would sure prefer to pay Aldi's prices, than some online chocolatier. There is a place in Kirkwood called Chocolate in St. Louis, and it's in St. Louis County, and they may have it. Maybe I should give them a call. They probably have smaller versions of it, so I could try it. Just send Colleen an email. She'll hook you up. I need to do that because we do, on my back deck, we have like a chimera. chimenea. It's with the little you put the little fire in it, and the kids like going out there and roasting marshmallows in it in the summertime. They roast marshmallows and and we make s'mores and they roast hot dogs and stuff. They sell it at Trader Joe's. The Dubai chocolate. Yeah, that makes sense. Trader Joe's knows everybody. Raquel, hello. And if you all weren't here for the opening, and not everybody was, if you weren't here at the beginning, again, let me reiterate. Let me say this because it's important to say. You have my very sincere apologies for letting you down on time 2 weeks in a row. I felt like, I felt like I had, stood you up, and that is rude and irresponsible and not my intention at all. And it just happened. I've just been, as I was explaining earlier, and you can go back and look if you want, but I've just had a really, really, really overwhelming month. And the way that I deal with stress is to massively eat, sleep a lot, stay up all night, doom scrolling and drinking coffee and eating, horrible stuff for me. I barbecued ribs. I just had barbecued ribs and potato salad and all that stuff. Not a pistachios fan. I heard that though that the pistachio butter the pistachio butter it tastes differently than the actual pistachios do. Limited release of that Dubai chocolates with pistachios. Okay, now I have to take my grandkids to West County on Tuesday. It's okay. Everyone understands life happens. It does happen. And I think that that's part of why I went live tonight because I think that by sharing, right, things that are going on in our lives, and by sharing our stressors and our insights and our by sharing our failures and our weaknesses and being a little bit vulnerable, I think that we make it okay for other people to do so too. Right? We make it okay. We're sort of creating that space for everybody to, be like, yeah, I'm human. And, this is how I screwed up, or this is how I feel it. This is how I'm dealing or not dealing. Right? Because I don't deal well. I'll just put it that way. Y'all are contributing to the delinquency of a glamour. Yes, they are, Brenda. I am happy that they are. I'm not even going to lie. I'm trying not to eat after 8 p.m. Yeah, right. It's not happening, but I'll try again. That's got to be kind of hard, Susie, when the sun doesn't even set until like 9 o'clock, in the summer. That's going to be hard. So kudos to you and keep trying. If you try and you fail, that just means that, you have tomorrow to try again. That is a good habit to have, Susie, that I am absolutely terrible at. Me too, Ashley. Yeah. And we keep, some of us as I'm a stay-at-home wife now. I'm retired and I keep weird hours. By the way, if any of you are concerned about me smoking in my bar, don't be. It has a separate exhaust system, heating and cooling system, and it is separated from my home and my grandma's closet. So my merch does not come out here unless I'm having a sale. And even then I keep it like off camera in the breezeway so that, when I bring it in, it's minimal. Anyway, you get it. Yeah, Ashley, life happens. And sometimes it happens right up your bung hole. Sometimes it happens and it just smacks you across the cheek. Linda, hello. Hi, Linda. How you doing, baby girl? It's good to see you. So sometimes, sometimes just ish happens. It just does, right? And we all survive. We're survivors. And I get through things, and I don't use incredible coping mechanisms, but eventually I kick myself in the butt and go, okay, you need more sunlight, more exercise, less time doing this, more time doing this, that sort of thing. The good news is that business has been good. So because of the increased activity that I've been doing in the middle of the night, I've had pretty good business on auctions and Poshmark and stuff like that. I've discovered that I go to bed hungry if I don't eat later. Yeah. Yeah. The thing is that, and I remember this from forever ago, somebody was saying on Oprah that whenever your stomach's growling, you're burning calories. And I don't know if that's the truth or not. I don't know if that's the God's honest truth or if it was just some wackadoodle. She did have a few. I can't stand pistachios either. I love pistachios. I do. My only saving grace lately, praying nightly on the Hallow app. That's praying nightly on the Hallow app. I didn't even know there was an app for that. That's cool. And whatever brings you, peace or contentment or happiness or even a temporary reprieve is great. Okay, yeah, I get it, but no, I'm not going to play with you right now. I just gave the puppy a bath today, and wow, I got soaked for it. Wonder Woman. Hi, Wendy. It's good to see you, honey. Hello, gorgeous. So glad to be here, even though I can't read the chat. I can see your beautiful face and hear your wonderful voice. Well, same goes. If that is not the most iconic icon ever, I love it so much. And Wendy is just such a fantastic soul and such a beautiful, beautiful lady. Deborah, good to hear that app helps. Yeah, it does, Susie. Yeah. Right. It's whatever helps bring you peace, whatever helps you get through the day or cope, or whether it's a sense of community, whether it is an escape. Y'all, I doom scrolled so much YouTube shorts, like every YouTube shorts, and I'm gone down this rabbit hole with like these metal detector videos. I always go for the weirdest, most boring crap. Metal detection videos. There's a guy, the fish locker. I'm back into him now that he's hauling in lobsters for the summer. It's that sort of thing. Gina, hello. And no, I have not forgotten you, my British American Canadian Phoenix friend. Life has been a bit of a B for me too. I 100% get it. Yeah, right. It gets. Why is it? Does it always feel like it's like all or nothing? Am I right about that? It's like everything at once or nothing at all, and you're like watching tumbleweeds, go through the streets of your life, and you're like, where did everybody go? Where's everything going on? Wendy said, I can't really see the chat, but I think, Ashley, you were saying hello to me because I see a lot of these, or why is going off? Miss you, girl. Yes. Let's see. Yeah, Deborah said hello to you, Wendy. Ashley Reed said a big long Wendy. Brenda Reed said hello. So I'll be your reader. Randy said, I don't go to bed until 11 or midnight and don't have a planned dinner, so not eating after 8 would not work for me. Yeah. Hi, Fiona. Yeah, she's under the desk, and man, she was a handful. She does not like being bathed, and especially by me. I even got like this Burt's Bees $15 No More Tears shampoo for her, and she was not grateful about that at all. She did not like that. So I will have to take her to the groomer, but I don't know. I am missing everyone so very much, but I've been hiding. I get that. Gotta run. The husband is awake. Crap. Deborah, we love you. Mwah. Keep the faith. And, anytime you need me, hit me up. I'm here. I understand hiding. I do. That's part of why I will crawl into bed. It's a way of shutting off all of the signals and all of the noise and all of the chaos. Yeah. Oh my God, you're watching what I watch. I'll have to send you a couple that I watch and my favorite. Oh, good. Yeah. There's also Brooke Christ, who does like lobster hunting off the Florida coast. And I like her and her big Italian family. Aw. Not hiding with going into a cocoon. Yes. And that is sometimes just how we have to cope. Though I do prefer the metal detection in the ocean. I do too. I do too. Although there's a guy up in Scotland now who's doing metal detection in a field, and he's finding stuff that's like 1,000 years old. It's crazy. I agree. I'm a night owl. See, Wendy, I knew I loved you for something. I admit it, and I love staying up with the auctions guys. You keep me company better than reality night shows, let me tell you. Yes, absolutely. Hugs right back. Aw. Randy, did you see that Gina sent you back hugs? Yeah, I'm a night owl. I always kind of have been a night owl. So when I first started working in the hotel business, um, I worked overnights for like the first like 3 years exclusively overnights, and then 2 or 3 years after that, I worked overnights and days like a swing shift because I was a supervisor, and I just got used to being up at night. So when Grandpa works those 17-hour shifts, like he's been working for the past 9 days, and oh my God, y'all, I've never seen a man fall asleep faster and more exhausted in my life. And yet he comes home. He comes home and he kisses his wife hello. And I give him a melatonin and a glass of ice water so he can fall asleep a little bit more fast because he has trouble falling asleep sometimes. And if he's hungry, I feed him. Most of the time he's not, because they're feeding him really, really, really well at his work. But if he's hungry, I feed him. If he wants a snack, I give him that. And we get about 5 to 10 minutes of talk before he has to go take a shower. And then from the shower, he goes into the bedroom and turns out the light, and he'll look at his phone, which is an opportunity for me to communicate with him. But the problem is that if I do that, then we'll be up talking for the next 45 minutes, catching up on everything, and he will miss out on that sleep. And he's getting this much sleep anyway, and anything I can do to get him to rest between shifts, because he only gets 7 hours off between shifts, and an hour and 15 minutes of that is all travel time and like filling up his truck with gas and stuff like that. So it's a lot. It's a lot for him to do, and it's, for me, he's my best friend, guys. He really is. He's a cool person, and we hang out, and we actually, talk to each other and have fun. So it's not just like, oh, my husband's, and it's not romantic. What does my husband do at the power company? He is what they call a traveling operator. And what that means is that, let's say that a power line is down, right? Or let's say that 20 homes are reported not having power. His job is to go out and figure out why that's happening. So his job is to go out and figure out, okay, we have a power line down here, and he has to follow the lines and figure out what's going on. Or we have a pole that's on the ground or whatever. Or we have you would not believe the amount of wildlife, like raccoons and possums and anything that climbs, will sometimes lay across the power line and just, and it shorts it out. They found dead snakes. They found all sorts of stuff. So he figures out what's going on. And then he has to call it into dispatch, and then dispatch tells him what the next steps are. And usually that has to do with turning off a main power source. And that's where it gets really, really dangerous, because there's arc flash possibilities. He's dealing with power that is it's like having a battery the size of your house. He's dealing with huge power sources. So, and he's the guy who has to, and there's like a 40-foot pole, like a little hook, and you have to get the hook in the hole, about a quarter-sized hole, way up in the air. And, if you screw it up, you could end up. So it's a dangerous job, which is why he makes what he makes, which is why I can retire. So And that's about as much, I think, as I really know about what he does. I had to stop taking melatonin because it's in high quantities. It's used as a blood thinner. Oh, yeah. Yeah. You can't do that, right? Yeah. Yeah, and he doesn't normally take it, but when he's doing the shifts like that, we almost have to drug him to sleep to get him to go to sleep sooner because he's got to get that sleep. My go-to to unwind is watching Chinese fantasy costume movies on YouTube. Interesting. Love them. Oh, the clothes and jewelry. Oh, I can only imagine what the clothes and jewelry looks like. Randy said, even in low doses, and maybe. I've gone on a hill occasionally myself, Randy. Yeah. My husband's background is electrical. I totally get the hard work your hubby does. Yeah. And not to, I mean, sometimes he'll spend 4 hours in his truck waiting for the next instruction. Don't get it twisted. He's not like constantly busy. But in tornado weather, when there is so much damage and just devastation and destruction, it's high alert time. Yeah. And that's when it gets a little more dangerous because these guys are sleep deprived and they're out there, dealing with big, big electricity. You're learning some words in Chinese. I love that. That's a good way to learn Chinese. Critters do love to fry themselves, Randy. Power lines are serious business for sure. They really are. They really are. Yeah, my husband's like, I had to tell him to quit sending me pictures because like he would, the first couple of times that he came across like something that had crawled into the power station, which is really dangerous, or something that had been, jumped on a power line or ended up, somehow on a power line, climbed up to a power line and then fried themselves. He sent me a couple of pictures and finally I'm like, honey, I can't, my stomach, I cannot deal. I can't see that. Yeah. It's hard to sleep without that wind down time. I couldn't do it. Teresa, yes, that's the hard part is like not winding down, right? Like you don't have a time to like, and it's hard to go to sleep without that, which is why I have to drug him to sleep. I mean, not drug him. It's not like it's not melatonin is an over the counter vitamin, but yeah. Does he need my number? No, I'm boring enough for him, Dodo. I'm boring enough for two. I know some words in French. I know a couple of words in French, but like avec moi means with me, and let's see. Vous is usually you, right? And merde is poop. And yeah, naughty words. Yes, Gina, that's it. I'm like mosh merde. Yeah, and with the worst American accent ever. Yeah, totally get it. Yeah, right? And so I'm just like, and I feel as responsible for him as he feels for all those people out of power. So, my responsibility is to assist with his health and happiness and safety in any way that I can, because again, he's my best friend. He's my, he really is my best friend. He's funny, guys. My husband is funny. We have that sick sense of humor where there's nothing off topic. Now we don't do that in public, but between the two of us, we just have the sickest sense of humor. I have insomnia so bad. Even when I worked, it was hard. Yes. Yeah. And the older that I get the insomnia at night, and then I could sleep every day from like 7 a.m. to like 7 p.m. Maybe with a lunch break. And life is not like that. Most people are day walkers. Wendy, do you find that too? Any of my night owls find out that like the whole world is day walking except for us. It's messed up. Hey, Bill Vic, how you doing? What's up, BV? It's nice to see you. Thank you for being here. So it's been, crazy, just crazy. But, sleep 4 to 5 hours max. Teresa, that's interesting because my husband was saying that he feels better when he sleeps 4 hours than when he sleeps 6 hours. So either 4 hours or 8 hours are his, are his go-tos. But he said, I actually feel better when I sleep 4 hours. Dodo, same. Yep. Yeah, that happens a lot. So between the chaos of the oncoming summer and all of the social events that I've had to people at and show up for, and all of that stuff, between the between the crazy home life and the crazy out of home life, and all the beautiful, wonderful, beautiful auctions that I've been a part of this month, it's just been a lot. It's been a lot. So I'm not going to do a Sunday brunch next Sunday. I'm going to I need to give myself a morning to sleep in. But I will be on the two old guys auction on Sunday the 1st. I'll be on their auction. And then later on that night, just like tonight, I'm going to go live and talk a little bit about the Pride auction and stuff like that. My daughter says I'm not normal. Yeah, my son has my sons have the same view of me. Yeah. And I would argue that normal is a setting on a dryer, right? So yeah. I'll have my 4th one on Tuesday or Wednesday auction. That is, wow. Yeah, May's a good auction month, but good for you, Dodo. Let me know which one you'll be on. I'd like to pop in and see. By the way, I did get my order from you, and it was fantastic. It was wonderful. It was every single thing that I had hoped that it would be. So thank you, Dodo. Great stuff. She's got such a, my God, guys, I got a Whiting and Davis handbag for $10 from Dodo. A Whiting and Davis handbag. Let that sink in. A gold Whiting and Davis handbag for $10. She's just check out her auctions, guys. She's got great deals. It's nice for a change to see someone smoking. I smoke too, and it's rare to see someone else on YouTube that smokes. You know what? I for a very long time, I didn't do that because, it's not part of the image or whatever, and you're gonna make people uncomfortable or whatever. And I'm like, they don't have to smell it. And finally, I got to the point where I'm like, you know what? It's okay to just be myself on YouTube, just to be who I am. There's only one of me. Technically, there's two of me, but the other one, is my sister. So, and she doesn't smoke. No, there is only one of me, and I am who I am, and you can take it or leave it, and I'm okay with that either way. I understand. That is fantastic. Yeah, she's been doing really, really good stuff. Gina, that you would not believe. F222 the image. Yeah. Yeah, F the image. I quit giving a poop because I honestly didn't. After a while, I realized that nobody's expectations were as high for me as mine were for myself. And I'm like, damn it, I hit 50. I don't have to answer to corporate America anymore, or at least, as much, at least not every day. And I don't have to, I don't have to protect the, super, professional, clean image. I don't have to do that anymore. I've done it. I did it for over 3 decades. I did it. And this is my time to be myself. It's my channel. And if you don't care for it, that's okay. I'm not for everybody. I'm not everybody. Okay. Is your hair pulled back, or did you oh no, it's pulled back. I always have I have the curliest hair. I haven't had a cut in a year. This is what I'm talking about with self-care. And normally before last year, I was having it cut and colored like every 6 weeks religiously. So I sort of decided to just let it grow and let the gray come out and see what happens. And surprisingly, nobody really cares. And so yeah, I have like super curly hair, and this is how I have got it pulled back right now, but it's like an up in a little bun. I usually wear it in kind of like a messy curly bun, unless I wear it down, but that's kind of hot. And thank you, by the way, Wendy. Um, that is a lovely compliment. I appreciate it. Be you. I smoke too. I could care less what someone else does. We all have choices. Isn't that right, Teresa? That is so true. We love you as is. Same goes, Brenda. Same goes. Back at you. And thank you. I want to know how she can smoke wearing that bright red lipstick, but not on the filter. Okay. So this is CoverGirl has this like stay all day lipstick. And I'll put on the red and it just stays and it doesn't come off on anything. Once it dries, it is concrete on there. You have to use Vaseline to get it off. Or Pond's cold cream, or, I don't know, micellar water, I guess, whatever you use. But yeah, that's how. It's my favorite. And it's from CoverGirl. And it comes in like a little square long tube that's like this long, I think. Something like that. Nobody is perfect. All of us have some vice or another. Just be you. Sod everyone else. I love it. That's so British. I love it. Be real. That's why people love you. I'm not sure. I don't know. I might be making them feel superior. And that's okay too. I don't mind. If my faults make other people feel better about themselves, good. I'm glad. But thank you, Gina. Thank you all for just being fantastic people. I'm 61 and off work because of a stroke I had when I was 49. So I live with my mom who is 86. Wow. Bill, I'm sorry to hear about the stroke. I am really sorry. Hopefully it didn't affect your mobility to the point where, you have trouble, in your daily life. I really am sorry about that. Sorry to hear about that. P. Murph, what's up, my brother from another mother? We're having a smoke break. Patrick Murphy really is he's almost my twin. He is literally like a brother to me. And it's very, very cool. He's a neat guy. Sir. Oh, Dodo calling you sir. Randy says, hey, Patrick. Gina. Yeah, I don't need any more encouragement. I can be naughty just on my own. Right, Dodo? Me too. Oh, my God. Me too. But the thing is that despite my bragging, I just don't, I don't drink much. I don't, I'm not out there. I don't smoke pot. I'm not out there doing drugs. I don't know. Your right arm is paralyzed. So did it take a while to learn to do everything with your left arm then? Yep, on the porch with Rainbow. Oh, Rainbow Kitty. Yay. Bill, and kudos to you, by the way. I'm quite sure that was that is not an easy not easy in daily life, but I'm guessing that you are a fighter and you have figured out how to function with the one arm. How is Ohio tonight? Are they storming? Are you guys storming over there too? Because I feel like the storms went through Kansas and Missouri. Some of them hit Colorado before they even hit Kansas. Kansas, Missouri. We also had like Iowa right above us, and Iowa, Illinois, and just went from left to right across the country. They just, and right into like Ohio and Indiana and all of that. It is chilly for a Memorial Day weekend. I just made up for it. It's hard. I can imagine. I can imagine. I can imagine. That's a struggle that, that's a struggle that we all go through. Ella, oh my God. Mwah. Thank you, sweetheart. Thank you. Hopefully I still have my, they call it media assets now. There we go. Ella, this is for you. Thank you so much for your super chat. I appreciate you so much. Thank you so much, Ella. That was very kind and very generous, and I truly, truly appreciate it. Florida is going to be 40% chance of rain tomorrow. Why does it always rain on Memorial Day weekend? Y'all ever wonder that? It just seems like it rains. The hits just keep humming. Yes. Raquel, you okay? I see the letter I. Yeah, Ella, thank you so much. I appreciate you. So what channel does Just Dodo have our auctions on? Yeah, Dodo, let me know where you're going to be this week, please. And feel free to drop that link. God, y'all, if you ever want to drop a link in my chat, feel free. I have no problem with that whatsoever. If you have a channel or an auction or something coming up, just feel free. You're in Inglewood, Tennessee. Anyone else in Tennessee? Is anybody else here in Tennessee? Off to eat dinner. Lots of love, glams. Love to everyone in the chat. Gina, take good care of yourself. Hit me up when you come out of that cocoon. Weather is also chilly here in Oakland, California. Oakland. You wouldn't expect for the weather to be chilly in Oakland, but yeah, that's crazy. It's good to see you, Gina. It's great to see you, Gina. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Randy. I'm on Angela's. I was on Friday, and I'm sure again. I'm pretty sure it's Tuesday that I'm on again. Nice, Dodo. I'll have to check that out and way to get after that death pile because I know Dodo has one of the most covetable and incredible death piles. Like seriously, she's got such good stuff, and it's just. Is that Angela Isaacs? Yeah, I think so. Dodo, do you have a link for that? Can you look up the link and drop that in the chat? Raquel, I can't believe the weather is chilly in Oakland, California. That's amazing. Oh, there we go. Okay, guys, here is the chat. And I'm going to star it so I can go back to it later because I can't follow a link from here. StreamYard won't let you do that. Which I guess is, now that I think about it, probably pretty smart. I don't think we're supposed to. By the time I'm back on, I'll feel like a reborn virgin. You're revirginating? That's true. You might be a little nervous. Yeah. I didn't say what show because I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, probably. Am I the only male in here? You're the only one that's in the chat. Yeah. There's probably one or two watching. Honey, I need to lose mine. Bill Patrick Murphy, also a male. Yeah, Dodo is secretly a male. No, I'm joking. That is totally a joke. She is a female. I'm joking. She's my buddy. I have a male named Bill. Does that count? I'm just a Bill. Yeah, usually the dudes come in and out. So the dudes will pop in, say hi, and then like Swampy popped in, Landshark popped in, a couple of other guys. So yeah, they'll come in and out. The ladies tend to stay. P. Murph said, back upstairs. Yeah, Bill Vick wanted to make sure that he wasn't the only guy in the chat. That's funny. Wow. Wow. Yeah. What a month it has been. So, no regular Sunday brunch next week, but I will have a Sunday probably pop-up live post auction with the Two Old Guys Vintage. I'm on their show. I'm so excited. They are really, really, they're wonderful to sell with. They're very supportive, and they are truly good friends of ours too. I mean, they're just really, really wonderful friends. And I am privileged to be friends with them. Patrick is used to us. Oh, yeah. Well, today I'm playing the male role. The male role today would be played by Patrick Murphy. But Patrick is used to us. Yeah, he's used to our being a little nutty, right? And if I seem to be chain smoking, it's because I am. Sorry. I just got my first cup of coffee post very long nap, so that's what's going on. It is 9:30 Central now, and in you're sleeping for a while. And I love it. We love having you here. We love you too, Patrick. My brother from another mother. Oh, you got the kiddo moved in? Yes. Yay. Patrick Murphy moved his spawn back into his home, and gosh, do we not love having our kids with us, especially as adults? You can actually get them to do stuff like, vacuum the living room or take out the trash. Like my son comes over now that he lives in St. Louis. He just moved here, and he'll like take out the trash or like be like, hey, you want some lunch? Let's go have some lunch. And he'll treat me to lunch and all sorts of stuff. So yeah, very, very cool. Bill said, I subbed to your channel. I'm going to cruise to see what else I can get into. Well, get into big trouble, Bill. We're counting on you. We're counting on you. Mwah. Thank you so much for being here. Hashtag truth. I had him put a donation box in the car for me today. I love it. Yeah. And because my sons are grown and they're independent, it's always a wrestling match to get them to, if they're with me, they want to pay. If they're with their father, they're perfectly okay not paying. They're like, yeah, just put it on dad's tab. So yeah, I guess maybe they don't realize yet that it's the same money, but I don't want them to pay for anything, and they want to pay for everything. Lady Braven, hello at Grandma's Closet. Hello, lady. What a pretty flower. Well, that's a pretty flower. I like that. I love mine too. On the other side of the building and on a different floor counts, right? It does. Absolutely. Absolutely. See, Patrick Murphy agrees. It totally does. Okay, so if anybody has something coming up and they want to drop a link, please feel free to drop a link in the chat. Getting ready to close up shop for the night. Go back to doom scrolling because I probably won't be listing until like 12 or midnight or 1 o'clock in the morning. We're still on those 17s, and it is it's very disruptive to a household. It's very disruptive. And I miss my best friend, but I know that it's worth it. I know that it's going to be lucrative. For God's sake, it's lucrative. So yeah, and it is worth it to know that, my husband played a part in helping people, get back online and get back to their normal lives. So I feel good about that. Looking for people. YouTube, just Dodo. Did Posh Parna shoe? Oh no, Brenda, I'm so sorry. I have forgotten to update everybody. Okay, 3 different times I have done relists. And I did, I always kept it at exactly 60 days. And I did one for 15, one for 20, and then I did one for 30. Still haven't been punished by Poshmark. I also did I had something that I had to, like I sold some Manolo Blahniks, and the person had somewhere along the line their address, and all I get is the pre-made sticker thing to put on the outside, the label. All they had, the address was wrong, so it got sent back to me, and then they canceled it, because of the shipping or whatever, and they needed it for a certain time period. Long story short, I had to copy that listing and relist it, and I still didn't get any. There was no bad thing that happened for that. So yeah. Hey Kelly, how you doing? Have you been here the whole time? Hi Kelly. I hope you and the boys are doing great. Posh punishment just sounds weird. It really does sound weird, doesn't it? It's a little odd. Yeah, I haven't gotten my posh spanking. So I don't know. Next week, this coming week, I'm going to be deleting some items that have been on Poshmark that need to be deleted. No, I was slacking. Okay, good. Slacking is way underrated, especially on a holiday weekend. And that is Grandpa calling me. So I am going to, hold on. Hey, honey, I'm live and you're live with me. Why don't I call you back in like 2 minutes?
I just called to tell you you're beautiful. Bye.
Oh, you're beautiful. Bye. He did not call to tell me I'm beautiful. He called to tell me something else. Hey, Angelina, how you doing? Mwah. They're having an auction on Memorial Day. That's so cool. Calling it an early night. Yeah. Hi, Grandpa. Yeah, he's already gone. I'll have to check in with them. Hey, you need money? No, I don't need money. I do need my husband back. Yeah. I'm still going to cry your husband's settle. He is a great, he's just a really fun guy. So we're going to go ahead and wrap it up for tonight. And again, I want to say thank you so much for being here with me. Thank you so much for listening. I tend to prattle on, so thank you. Your patience is incredible. And we'll go ahead and wrap this thing up. But you'll see me next week twice, once on Two Old Guys, and then afterwards I'll be doing a live that evening. Probably going to be listing some too. So if you want to do a live listing with me, please let me know. And just pop into the chat. You'll see the live. It'll happen. Peace, joy, and funky feelings. Amen, sister. Mwah. So it just doesn't ever change. Have a great night. I'm glad I got a chance to stop and say hello. Oh, love you, my dear friend. Back at you, kiddo. Ditto, kiddo. Love you guys too. I really do. And never, ever forget that no matter what you're going through, no matter where you are or where you go, your grandma loves you. Y'all have a great night and a wonderful holiday tomorrow. And please don't drink and drive. Just be careful, okay? All right. Mwah. Love you. Night, guys.